After 6 years of controversy, plans for a mega quarry north of Toronto have been abandoned.
Fighting in Gaza has come to a halt and Chevy Chase is cutting class. Humber News starts now.
Hello, it's Thursday, November 22nd. Welcome to Humber News, coming to you from the Broadcast Center here at the North Campus. I'm Jeanette Liu. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Ali Sheso. Ahead on our show, we have all of your news, sports, and entertainment highlights, as well as your 5-day weather forecast. But first, Jeanette has our top story.
Thanks, Ali. A decision to pull out of a controversial mega quarry north of Orangeville has some asking what the economic impact will be. Advocates of the quarry say the project would have created hundreds of jobs and helped meet an anticipated shortage in building supplies. Opponents argue it would have had devastating effects on agriculture, water, landscape, and community. The company behind the quarry pulled the plug on the deal yesterday.
A whole lot of companies are helping to replace lost items in a recent $2 million theft from the Salvation Army. Authorities believe the incident at a Toronto warehouse was an inside job.
We take any and all allegations very seriously because the Salvation Army regards every donation, be it financial, toys, goods in kind product, as sacred.
Spin Master Toys says it will donate $100,000 in toys to the charity. Hasbro Canada is giving $250,000 worth to CTV's Toy Mountain. The Salvation Army says that the public should consider the massive theft to be an isolated incident. The investigation continues.
Here at Humber, police were in gear and on campus today to kick off the holiday ride campaign. Clover Sterling has a story.
With the start of the festive season, the overall concern for drivers on the road is safety. Today, Toronto Police and Ontario Provincial Police are making their presence known here on campus to remind drivers to drive safely and think of others as they use the roads. Dave Woodford of the OPP says road fatalities increase each year.
On OPP highways this year, 61 people have lost their lives because of alcohol-related collisions.
The main demographic of the campaign is for young adult drivers to take the initiative to be responsible and practice prevention. Humber President Chris Whittaker encourages students to take in the valuable information on safety.
We want to recognize our many students that are here today. Thank you for coming out as ambassadors for the college and what this is all about.
CAA, one of the sponsors of the campaign, remind drivers to drive sober and arrive alive. Trauma Injury Prevention Manager Joan Brandfield of Sunnybrook Hospital shared her personal experience with drunk driving.
My fiance was killed by a drunk driver, and so I know of what I speak.
A word of advice from police: if you're heading out this holiday season, be responsible, don't drink and drive. And if you drink, arrange a designated driver, take a cab or use public transit. It's better to be safe than to be sorry. Clover Sterling, Humber News.
A 50-year-old man believed to have sexually assaulted a teenage girl on a subway station is in court today. The 17-year-old reported the assault to police. She told him she had been approached and sexually assaulted on separate occasions by the same man. The incident happened on the morning of October 30th as well as the morning of November 6th on the Bloor-Danforth line. The man was arrested by officers at the Jane Station Wednesday morning.
Also in the news, Toronto police are searching for a suspect after a woman and man were attacked with what may have been a machete. Police say the victims were attacked at around 3:30 this morning in the West End near Eglinton and Loxley Avenues. Both victims were taken to hospital for non-life-threatening injuries.
London, Ontario Mayor Joe Fontana faces 3 criminal charges and is to appear in court on January 8th. It is alleged that he paid for the deposit of his son's wedding reception with a federal government cheque while he was Liberal MP for London North Centre and Housing and Labour Minister. It is likely that Fontana will make a statement at a news conference today regarding the charges.
And the award for Parliamentarian of the Year goes to Elizabeth May. The 6th annual awards were handed out last night in Ottawa. The Green Party leader took home the top prize after receiving the most votes from fellow members in the House of Commons. May is an MP for Sanik Gulf Islands in British Columbia. Awards were handed out in 6 other categories to politicians such as Bob Ray and Stephen Harper.
The Toronto District School Board has voted against selling portions of schoolyards. Trustees voted 15-7 to keep the land. The school board now needs to come up with another way to raise funds for the construction of new schools. The board is relying on provincial funding, but the province says there won't be any money until a new plan is made.
Football fans are in Toronto to celebrate this Sunday's 100th Grey Cup featuring the Toronto Argonauts and the Calgary Stampeders. Calgary fans were on Front Street this morning for the arrival of Marty, the team horse. Football festivities are carrying on downtown with the 2012 Vanier Cup set for tomorrow. Fan zones are also set up at Yonge and Dundas and Nathan Phillips Square.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have more news from across the country and around the world. Elton Hobson will have the sports news, and we'll have your weather forecast with Catherine Ward.
There's sun, rain, clouds, and snow in the works for Toronto. I've got your 5-day weather forecast coming up.